All Hooked Up presents What Kind of Yarn is Best for Crocheting? As a crocheter, it can be difficult to choose between the many types of yarn available, between colors, textures, weights. When you think of the source of yarn, the most common thought is of sheep or lamb's wool. However, this video is about why alternative sources of yarn should be used instead of lamb's wool. It's better for the environment, it doesn't harm animals, and it's cheaper. Did you know that sheep do not naturally have to be shorn, but we have genetically engineered sheep to meet our industry needs so that sheep now actually require shearing? Shearing in itself is a brutal process in which frightened animals are often forced into submission. Even worse is the practice of mulesing, which I'll describe to you a bit later on. You may be familiar with recent documentaries sharing the devastating effects the meat industry has on the environment. Sheep for wool suffer the same indignities as factory-farmed animals and create just as much as an environmental impact through feed, land to graze, and water consumption. Sheep are also big burpers and release a lot of methane gas into the atmosphere. I was surprised to find out that lamb is actually the worst choice in terms of creating environmental impact for meat. In fact, it has the highest carbon footprint of all meats, and is even 50% higher than beef. Sheep raised for producing wool are not safe from the slaughterhouse, as once their production of wool is out of their prime, they are then sold, resulting in an early death. Starting to get the picture now? Now back to mulesing, which I mentioned earlier. As our selective breeding created sheep that produce more and more unnatural quantities of wool, their skin has also become more wrinkled to maximize wool growth. This wrinkled skin also accrues more moisture, which in turn attracts flies. The flies lay eggs in the skin, producing maggots which feed on the sheep's skin, a painful condition called fly strike. And it gets worse. To maintain their product using the most cost-effective means, the skin is sliced off from around the sheep's hindquarters, usually without any anesthesia. Note that sheep were not the only animals used for their wool. Cashmere is from goats, and Angora is from rabbits. Alpaca is also a fur growing in popularity. On the bright side, you can still yarn craft your heart out using alternative yarns. There are a large variety with all different qualities to meet and exceed animal-produced yarns, all with lower environmental impacts and no harm to animals. For example, bamboo yarn is as soft as silk. Which reminds me, you might want to research how silk is created. Other options include soy, corn, hemp, and cotton. Try for organic. With a plentiful variety of warm, stylish, and affordable alternative options, the decision is easy. Say no to the unethical treatment of animals and make the conscious decision to respect the environment. Save a sheep, don't buy wool. I'd love to hear from you. Please like and share your thoughts on the video below. Subscribe to my channel, All Hooked Up, your hookup for all things crochet. Thanks for watching.